Hey everybody, my name is Michael, and today we're discussing about Bitcoin hitting over $70,000. We have not seen this level since 2024 June. That's right, a couple months. It's been testing the levels of 70 grand, but we weren't there. It was last 71,000 in June. And guess what? We hit 70,000, we hit 71, we hit 71 and a half, and we're climbing towards $72,000 right now. Back in March, we were past 73,000. So there's two things, huge things happening. One for the crypto world and one, micro, and then one macro scale. There is the upcoming election cycle. Today is Tuesday. The last couple days, amazing weather here, and hopefully for wherever you're watching as well. But this is 1 week before the election. This is a huge impact for everything economic-wise. So even if you don't care about politics, it will still impact you. Whichever candidate gets chosen in the cryptocurrency world, there is a specific candidate who is more pro-cryptocurrency, and that candidate is Donald Trump. And then the other candidate hasn't really expressed her stance for crypto, but yeah, more cryptocurrency investors are bullish if Donald Trump wins. But either way, it doesn't matter because the markets will react whichever candidate wins. Wall Street's preparing, the entire world's preparing, because this is going to be huge in terms of economic policies, in terms of tax policies, in terms of international investment. There's going to be a lot of new policies and laws that will be impacted for the next 4 years, and that's why the market is reacting. But also it's reacting to what was happening these past 4 years, that, hey, there's a potential for change here. There definitely is going to be change. We just don't know what type of change. And that's why stocks and cryptocurrency recently have been, preparing for the election. And in car sales, or actually in a lot of retail sales, people are wondering, should I make big decisions before the election? Even though, to be quite honest, it's not going to have an impact. It still is something we've noticed where there's less and less people who are willing to make a decision now. They'd rather wait and make a decision 2, 3, 4 weeks later once they already know what's going on with the election, because then they can plan out their finances. Again, does it ultimately matter who's going to be president? Yes and no. There's two sides to the coin. Yes, a little bit. There might be some minor changes. It's not going to change the entire world. It's not going to be anything life-changing. But for most people, these small little minimal changes can impact their portfolio. And that's all they care about is money. Money speaks. The market has certainly reacted. So 71,500 and climbing. But there's the other, micro scale. What's going on? And by micro, I mean MicroStrategy. Both MicroStrategy and Coinbase are announcing their earnings tomorrow on Wednesday. So that is going to be a huge, and by the way, this is supposed to be positive news, where MicroStrategy has had their best report since like 2001, and they're climbing and making, they're on a winning streak right now. And that's mainly thanks to their Bitcoin investment strategy. Unlike other big corporations, they decided, you know what? Yeah, we're doing great in our software business. Everything's fine. But let's invest really heavily, billions of dollars into Bitcoin. And it paid off. It certainly did. And it could potentially be, this could be a huge move 10, 15, 20 years down the line. So ultimately, we're very excited because forget about the election, forget about these earnings reports. The big thing is we want a huge bull market run, and we really haven't had that. And we want to hit an astonishing new ATH, not by, let's raise the roof by a couple thousand. No, by tens of thousands, by actual huge numbers. Let's double, let's triple, let's get past 100 grand. And this could be the move where going into the busiest Q4, holiday season, people want to spend their money. They're going to get the Christmas bonuses. This is where the action might actually happen. And looking back at history, that's sometimes when it did play out. So we could potentially have a new ATH once we get past, 73,800, 75,000, 80,000, 90,000, 100,000. The sky's the limit, right? So we're very, very excited. about investments. Even though I'm personally not invested, I wish I could. I'm paying off my debts. I'm building my credit. We're going to be great. So I'm prepared for the next bull run or later on for other investments. We're going to play it safe. I'm still excited because I know this is going to be huge. It's going to be very impactful for all these investors that are in it right now. I want cryptocurrency to stay. This industry is going to explode, and I'm feeling very, very bullish about what's going to happen. So I'm very excited. If you're an American, do your civic duty, vote. But ultimately, if you don't care, that's fine. Does it really make a difference? No. Worst case scenario, we can move out of the country anyway. So, because it's probably going to be way cheaper outside of America. Like, I love America. I love my country, but I also lived abroad, and I had a blast. It was awesome. And, if you're able to get a second, third citizenship, do it, especially if you're making money, because you never know. Even if you love your country, forget about America. Whatever country you're from, it doesn't matter, because 50 years from now, it could be completely different. And we're talking about Social Security. We're talking about retirement. We're talking about investment portfolios. We're talking about schooling. We're talking about potentials for war. We're talking a lot of things. There's crazy things happening in this world, and you never know. And that's why we're in cryptocurrency, because we want to be prepared for what if situations. So we're always able to move around and have this freedom. That's ultimately what crypto is all about. So anyways, thanks for watching. Let's make some money. That's all we care about at the end of the day, right? Money's money, crypto. Let's have a bull run. I'm very excited.
Today, as you can see, the trees behind, it is fall. It's October 29th, and it is currently 64 degrees, and it is going to actually be a high of 78 degrees. That's crazy. Yeah, look at that right now, 65 degrees and climbing, 78. And then tomorrow, the 30th, it's going to be 72. I'm sorry, 76. But then it falls back into the 60s for Halloween, which isn't bad. It's not bad at all, but it's always funny. Halloween is never the hot one. A couple of years ago, like 2 years ago, it snowed for Halloween, man. It's the one day that it's like weird, but yeah, this is pretty crazy. Usually this isn't this hot. It's gonna be 78 degrees. That's kind of cool. One day of summer returning. Cheers. Actually, I checked the forecast. It is going to be 80 degrees. They have adjusted it. Wow. It's going to be 80, and tomorrow 77. And then for Halloween, 68 degrees. Wow, that is crazy. Crazy. Have a great rest of your day, everyone. Take care. I freaking love this, man. It is awesome. It's like 60s, 70s. That's perfect for me when it's a little chillier. I hate summer because of the insects and all that, and it gets, way too hot at night. But this is perfect. You get the hot degrees during the day. The morning's still a little chilly, and at night you get to sleep a little bit more comfy. Windows down. I love this, man. Have a good one.